Size does matter. That's how Godzilla announced his arrival. And yes, we did take note of his mammoth size. Similarly, when it comes to surgery, size does matter. And most of the times, it's the big tumors, it's the big lesions that really trouble us. When it comes to neurosurgery, there are times these tumors are not approachable through one direction, so we have to have multiple surgical corridors to remove it. There are times we have to actually stagger the procedure, maybe start the procedure on one day, close up, and then again revisit the tumor again to remove it completely. That is what a big tumor can do to us. But today I'm going to talk about size in a different sense. I'm going to talk about smallness over here. I'll talk to you about one interesting case that we did recently. Very rarely do we actually go about removing a tumor which is less than a centimeter or so. Most of the tumors that we really venture into for surgical excision are usually above 2 centimeters. And to think of it, this tumor that we removed was all of 4 millimeters. Then why did we remove that tumor? That's a question that would come to your mind. The tumor was a size of maybe a couple of grains of rice. That's it. What was the need to remove something as small as that? Yes, in most cases I wouldn't have touched that tumor. But this was a case of a pituitary tumor which was functional and it was producing growth hormone in a 56-year-old man. So what does it do to the man? It causes something called as acromegaly. Acromegaly is a condition where the growth hormones in the body increases after puberty, and this spurt in the growth hormone leads to certain changes in the physical features that is obviously apparent to us. Apart from that, it also causes other various changes within the body, and that is why it needs to be taken care of. Unlike some pituitary tumors which could be taken care of with medication, prolactinoma being the foremost in that, it's a functional pituitary tumor which we can actually cure with medication. The best course of treatment for a growth hormone producing tumor would be surgery. So though the tumor size was tiny, what it was causing in the patient, as you would know in the pictures that you would be seeing, is tremendous. It changes the person completely. That little grain-sized tumor can actually bring about such mammoth change in the person. And that was the reason why I decided to go ahead and remove it. When you have something as small as 4 millimeters located in the brain, it's actually like searching for a needle in a haystack. If you think about it, it's that tiny. But then, yes, there are ways of going about it. We are trained to try and localize it. So we do our MRIs, we study the scans further, and then we are able to locate it anatomically most of the times. Its relationship to other structures, and that is how we go about it. So we went ahead and removed that tumor without damaging the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland secretes hormones which are essential for our daily living. It's essential for maintaining our homeostasis. So the attempt would be to remove this tumor completely without damaging the normal pituitary gland. And the damage to the normal gland is easily noticed when we see a drop in the hormones which it is supposed to secrete. The hormones that are important would be your serum cortisol, FSH, LH, serum prolactin, the thyroid hormones, which is again stimulated by the pituitary gland for secretion. So that is how relevant it is, and that is how its deficiency would be seen. And that is precisely what we could achieve over here. You can actually see the gland completely safe and the tumor completely out. The patient was well the very next day and would soon be taking a flight back to his native country. So size does matter, whether it be the really big ones or the tiny ones. We need to take note of that. And on this note, it's goodbye.